My name is Miriam from Magdaline, better known as Mary Magdalene. I've come to share with you some things today about my life. Now, you may only know me from what you've read. You may consider, oh, of course, I was the one that Yeshua cast out 7 devils. But others felt like I was a prostitute. Some said I was the woman that was caught in adultery. Different people had different opinions. Some even said that I became a saint after I met Yeshua. But I'm here to tell you today who I really am, who Mary Magdalene really is. She is a representative of every woman you know. She's the woman looking for love in all the wrong places. She's the little girl that's looking for a father figure. She's the one that was despised by the religious leaders, rejected. She was many women. She was the one that was the little Miss No-Name doll. Don't know if you ever saw that, but she had a big tear. I remember seeing her when my little girl was small, and you just couldn't help but want to take her home with you because she just needed that security of love in the home. But this woman is also Ruth, looking for Boaz that'll cover her and love her. Mary Magdalene represents many of us. But the greatest thing is she is the one. Oh, I forgot to mention, she's also the one sometimes just looking for acclamation or her identity and what people think about her. But most of all, she was noted for her love for Yeshua. He said that one that has been forgiven much, the same loves much. You ever wondered why some people love God so much? It's because they've been forgiven so much. And I'm certainly one of those. And part of the reason that was is because I knew him personally. I was the woman that went to the Pharisee's house. And I knew Yeshua would be there. I knew what it would cost me to go there. I already had a bad reputation anyway, so what could it do? But I was so in love with Yeshua that when I knew he was there, I went and I washed his feet with my tears. I couldn't help it. And I wiped them with my hair. And I even kissed his feet. You may not understand that kind of love, but it's for real. And he knew it was for real. And of course the Pharisees wanted to condemn me for it. Said, oh, if he knew what kind of sinner this is that's touching him, he did know what kind of sinner was touching him. And he did allow me to express my love to him. And he said, your sins are forgiven. My life was changed and forever, ever changed. But even more, he did even more than just love me. He died. He paid the penalty for my sins. He went to the cross, and I know because I was there. I watched him as they drove the nails in his hands and his feet. I heard the words he said of forgiveness to the thief on the cross. I saw him. I saw what he deserved me. I'm the one that deserves death. He doesn't deserve it. But that's how much he loved us. He loved us some of the blood off his cheek from where he had wore the crown of thorns on his head and caused blood to run down his face. I saw where he had been beaten, his back, and I knew it was because of my sins. He was wounded for my transgressions. He was bruised for my iniquity, and the chastisement of my peace was upon him. And not just for me, for all of us. But people wonder how I can love him so much. How can I help but love him? And then they took him to the tomb and they buried him. And it was like my heart was ripped out. Never again did I think I could see him or be near him. I followed him everywhere. But I didn't think I'd ever get to see him again. We went to the tomb, me and some other women. We wanted to put some sweet perfume on his body, but he wasn't there. The stone was rolled away. He wasn't there. And we were so terrified. What had they done to him? Couldn't they even let him be buried in peace? But they were so angels, and they said, he's not here, he's risen. The other women ran back to tell the disciples, but I stayed. If he's risen, I couldn't. It was so hard to believe. I thought they'd just saying that. They'd taken his body away. And so I said, where did you take him? Let me find him. I wanted to claim his body. And there was a man behind me. I thought he was just the gardener. He didn't look at all like Yeshua had looked. But when he said my name, when he said Mary, nobody could have said my name the way he said it. I knew he was alive. He had risen from the dead. And he is my life, my hope, my all. I told the disciples, but they didn't believe. They had to have their own personal encounter before they believed. And I pray that you will be likewise, that you will have a personal encounter. Because if you ever encounter him, you can't help but love him. He's the love of, he so loved the